Michael, we're here today at the launch of the long-term player development pathway for women's rugby in Ireland, and we're delighted to have the Sports Council involved.
Yeah, and we're delighted to be involved, particularly through Coaching Ireland, which I'm the director of as well. We see the importance of the LTAD in that every sports body should have a pathway for their athletes from introductory level right through to retirement and retainment and everything in between. And I suppose the key things around the long-term player-athlete development model is that there are certain stages and key stages that have to be hit if you want to improve in certain aspects of your game, particularly as an athlete. So it identifies growth spurts. It also identifies speed spurts where you can improve on your speed, and obviously then looking at the technical side of the game, the particular skills that should be developed at particular age groups. Bearing in mind then, when you know what you should be doing at those age groups, it also informs your coach education process. So the coaches then, for their coaching courses, can focus in on how to develop the players. So I suppose the long-term player-athlete development pathway is really athlete focused, driven by coaches, and then it's obviously funded and monitored by the sports body, in this case the IRFU, and it's great that women's rugby within IRFU now also have their long-term player pathway similar to the men's.
Well, if you look at, if you go back to 2006, that's when the Irish women's rugby came under the umbrella, if you like, of the IRFU. Now that was a very, very important occasion. And since then, the growth in the women's game has just been massive. It's fantastic. We've 90 clubs, I think, now, possibly even greater than 90, where the girls are playing rugby on a weekly basis. So I think it's a time when the IRFU have to look at what's happening, look at our structures, see, are we supporting the women's game in the right way? And I think that this long-term player development model is essential at this stage. We're also at a stage where we're coming out of a Six Nations win again. We had the Grand Slam 2 years ago, and a fantastic performance in the Women's World Cup 12 months ago. So with all of that, there's huge interest, and I think it's very timely. The other aspect of it too, I think is very important to highlight, is that the women's national team now and all the players are part of the high performance unit. And that means that the 7s and the 15s, they are treated in exactly the same way as the national team and the under-20s, all our national teams. And I think that's very important. But I think most importantly, we're looking at a very opportune moment in the history of Irish rugby to really put in place a pathway where youngsters coming into the game can see where they can go, where the volunteers, the coaches, the administrators, they have a model there that they can follow. And if that, I think that'll work really well.